How's it going, lovely people? Hope you're well. Hope you had a lovely weekend. It is Monday, the 28th of June, and we are back with a daily news show. Hope you're well. First and foremost, please do smash the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and switch on notifications. Let's get into it, people. Going to be here for about 10 minutes, just chopping up a few things. Not going to go too deep into certain topics because obviously we've got Monday Night Live show tonight, so don't want to give too much away. There won't be spreadsheets on this one, but we will be doing a few comparisons with certain players who have been linked to Liverpool, etc. And just chopping up me, Matt, and Drift tonight. I think you're going to enjoy it tonight, but let's get into it for this particular show. The man on the screen right now, 5 years ago today, he signed for our precious Liverpool Football Club, and the rest is history. Sadio Mane has been undoubtedly a superb signing by Liverpool, by Jurgen Klopp. He was one of the first pieces of the puzzle. He came in 2016. We hadn't played Champions League football for a few years. We looked shot as a club. We had just lost out in the Europa League final. And he came from Southampton and he changed the way we played. Let's be honest. Before he turned up at the club, we had no pace in attack. Sterling had left. Lallana was there. Coutinho was there. Firmino was there. But we didn't have that electricity up there. Enter Sadio Mane. He's been such a fantastic servant for the club. As a person, he's brilliant. You see some of the good he does off the pitch as well. He's just a credit to the club, and I'm so happy he's our player. And look, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to sit here and act like he was phenomenal last season. Everyone knows my thoughts on it. I thought he was very underwhelming last season. But you cannot take away from his greatness. He is such a great player, and to have him at Liverpool Football Club is a true honour. And again, I know some people disagree and think we should cash in on him now. I'm happy with, well, I say I'm happy. It doesn't look as though we'll be cashing in on Sadio Mane this summer. And if that is the case, I'm truly very happy with that. I don't want him to go anywhere. I want him to stay at the club unless the next season's a really bad season. Then obviously we'll have to revisit that. I believe he'll come back strong next season. We may not necessarily see the Mane of 1920 or 1819, but I think we'll see a very, very good Sadio Mane. And if we are to get reinforcements, it will allow him to get a bit of rest as well. And I think by him getting some rest will actually help his longevity and his career as well as next season. So I'm hoping, I'm praying, I'm crossing my fingers, crossing my toes that Mane has a great season next season. But look, before we get to that, I just want to say to Mane, thank you for joining Liverpool Football Club 5 years ago. Thank you for giving us such great memories, and long may it continue. Right, onto a player who has been linked with Liverpool now, Kingsley Coman of Bayern Munich. So this time, well, I would say this time last year, but it wasn't necessarily this time last year, but last transfer window in the summer, we were linked with another Bayern Munich player by the name of Thiago Alcantara. And he obviously signed for Liverpool Football Club, made it very clear that he didn't want to extend his contract to Bayern Munich and he wanted to move to Liverpool Football Club, and he did. Now, Kingsley Coman apparently wants to match Lewandowski's contract. And at the same time, apparently his dad actually wants him to leave Bayern Munich to go to another club. And apparently Liverpool are interested. And apparently we've tabled a bid of around 34 to 35 million pounds. Now, Kingsley Coman is a very good footballer. Do I think he's necessarily the answer? I genuinely don't know. That's me being honest. Will he improve our squad? Yes. He's better than Origi. He's better than Shaqiri. He's better than Minamino. He's better than Harry Wilson. There's no two ways on that. But it depends on how much you want to improve the squad and how much you want to do. One thing I do think we need to do, though, and which is what we'll do later on in the show, we need to look at his stats and break down on the way he plays, as well as the two systems at Bayern Munich and Liverpool. I think as fans, we're very quick to look at his numbers and think, right, let's compare him to Salah, Mane and Jota straight away. He plays very different to those guys. So in my opinion, it's better to look at other players he's similar to as opposed to just looking at those three Liverpool players compared to Coman and then trying to draw a conclusion. But if we are in for him, I think it will show a good amount of intent, because going to Bayern Munich and capturing one of their prize assets, I don't think is anything to be balked at, especially if we're doing it 2 years in a row. So it'll be very interesting to see what we do on that front, and whether Bayern Munich will play hardball or whether Kingsley Coman actually does want to move to Anfield or not. So look forward to seeing that. But guys, let me know in the comments below. Do you want us to sign Kingsley Coman? Yes or no? Right, on to another player. Mr. Kylian Mbappe. Obviously, we got very excited last week as Liverpool fans when it came out that he said he wanted to leave PSG. He's been flirting with Liverpool really, really hard over the last couple of years. So much so that if this was a real relationship, then he'd be getting a divorce right now, because it's bordering on cheating on your actual club. But Fabrizio Romano has come out and squashed those rumors, saying that no offer has been made, nor has an attempt been made. Now, again, Fabrizio Romano is a journalist, so he's not going to be an insider at the club, but he has a good track record. And it's not really a surprise that this news is coming out. As much as we love Kylian Mbappe, as much as we'd love him at the club, as much as I do spreadsheets, etc., me and Matt spoke about this on Friday, it's very unlikely we're going to get Kylian Mbappe. Whether we like it or not, whether we find it frustrating or not, that is just the harsh reality of it. It is very unlikely we're going to get Kylian Mbappe. And it'll be interesting to see what he does this summer. Obviously, he's still at the Euros. Depending on how far France go, will depend on how quickly we find a resolution to this situation. But again, you can remain optimistic. You can maybe say I'm being pessimistic, but I just don't see Kylian Mbappe happening for a multitude of reasons. And it's a shame, but you know, we kind of got to live with it, and we've got to see what the club does this summer. I think this is a summer where the club has to put down a marker. Getting Kylian Mbappe would have put down a massive marker, but unfortunately, it doesn't look like that's going to happen. So we just have to kind of sit back, wait, and see what the club does. And hopefully they make all the right decisions. Next item on the agenda, Virgil van Dijk has stepped up his rehab. He's now striking the ball. He's outside playing. So it looks as though he's on course to make a return during pre-season. Now, unfortunately, obviously missed out on the Euros. Holland or the Netherlands got knocked out last night, which came as a surprise to many. Dare I say it, had he have been with the squad, I think they would have gone a lot further. Dare I say it, they could have even been challengers. He is that good, and he's just solid at both ends of the pitch. Not only is he a great defender, but he's a problem from set pieces. So, I mean, we've seen it ourselves as Liverpool fans, just how much we missed him last season. So no doubt Netherlands missed him as well. One thing I will say is I'm happy that we're not rushing his rehab. I'm glad that he didn't play the rest of last season. I'm glad that Joe Gomez didn't either as well. And now's a time, hopefully, where we can get to see him. We can manage his minutes through pre-season, and hopefully we see him get back to the best of Virgil van Dijk. Again, I don't expect to see him hit the ground running straight away. Coming back from an injury like this is no mean feat. We just got to kind of be patient with him, not expect too much too soon, and hopefully his body reacts well to being back and playing football. It'll be interesting to see how we line up for pre-season. Same with Gomez, whether he'll get some minutes, whether Konate will partner Van Dijk, or whether he'll partner Gomez, or there'll be a variation of all three. As well as, will we see Nat Phillips? Will we see more of Reece Williams? Very, very intrigued to see how it all pans out and how it all works out, as well as Joel Matip as well. Got a lot of big signs to look forward to with the defense and see how Klopp lines up. I don't think he'll go three at the back. Maybe if he's forced to, but genuinely, I don't think that will happen. But hey, look, he's the master. Klopp is the man. So what he does, we'll sit back and we'll watch. But people, before I sign off, please make sure you smash the like button, comment, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Also, check out our merch store. We do have limited edition t-shirts, Alisson Becker in white. Get you a man that can do both. And we have it in the black. as well. So make sure you check out our merch store. The link is in the YouTube description. Until later, people, we will be back this evening. Haven't confirmed the time yet, but it will definitely be after 7. So make sure you keep up to date with us on social media. And until we see you again, stay safe, stay blessed. We're Kopish and we're out, people. Thanks for watching. Take care.